Well, the first duty of the President specified by the Constitution is that the President shall serve as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. And I certainly regard no duty of the President as more important than maintaining a strong national defense. Protecting our security and promoting peace are the groundwork upon which all other national progress is laid. And they're the prerequisites for a prosperous and forward-looking nation. And if we've proven anything in the last 8 years, it is that peace through strength works. And therefore, it is with pride and a sense of solemn responsibility that I am announcing this morning my intention to nominate a man of great experience, expertise, and commitment to peace and freedom to be the next Secretary of Defense. John Tower served for 23 years in the United States Senate. He was chairman of the Armed Services Committee. He has been a top U.S. negotiator in talks on strategic nuclear arms, and he is a veteran, having enlisted in the Navy at the age of 17 and served in combat on a gunboat in the Western Pacific during the Second World War. John Tower is as knowledgeable as anyone in America about defense and national security issues, and he's a true expert on defense policy, and he understands the challenges ahead, and he's established great credibility and earned great respect both in Congress and among the American people for his knowledge, for his many contributions to this nation, and for his understanding of the fundamental truth that strength and clarity in our defense and national security policy lead to peace. That truth has been underlined by the many significant foreign policy accomplishments of this administration, accomplishments which I submit would not have been possible but for the reestablishment of our national strength, which President Reagan inaugurated 8 years ago. And today we do face serious new challenges in the area of defense policy. Some tough choices have to be made, but I believe that with the proper approach to reform and commitment to efficiency, we can continue our policy of strength while making progress in holding the line on spending. And I've spoken at length with my friend Senator Tower about these challenges, and I am impressed with his commitment to reform. And he knows what must be done, and I have great confidence that he will make sure that each taxpayer's dollar delivers as much as possible to our collective security. The Packard Commission suggested several ideas for Pentagon reform, and we will be looking to make further progress in implementing many of the Commission's recommendations. And now, in closing, let me just say a word about my friend, the current Secretary of Defense, Frank Carlucci. The path ahead has been made clearer and easier by the fine work that Frank Carlucci has done. He really has made remarkable progress at the Defense Department in several areas, perhaps particularly in the area of reform. And as we move ahead with our agenda for a free and secure America, we owe him a great debt of gratitude. Now I'd like to ask Senator Tower to say a few words, and then, as become our custom, I will take a few questions and then turn it over to him. John, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. First, I should like to express my deep gratitude to you for the confidence that you have reposed in me in proposing me for nomination to this very difficult and challenging, yet terribly important post of Secretary of Defense. We do have a great challenge ahead of us. The bottom line is that we must provide at least as much, if not more, defense for less money. And to meet that challenge, we must do several things. We must rationalize our force structure. We must refine and reform our management and procurement procedures. We must have biennial budgeting. All of this is going to require very close cooperation with the Congress. There is a great deal that can be achieved administratively, but in the final analysis, the whole job cannot be done without close cooperation between the Pentagon and the Congress. And after I have further extensive discussions with the President-elect and with others connected with the national security apparatus, I expect to have some extensive conversations with my old colleagues in the Congress who are charged with responsibilities for national security policy on what we can do together to get the legislative tools that are necessary to achieve the additional reforms that are required to meet our objectives. It is essential that America remain strong, that we maintain the ability to defend our country, defend our vital interests abroad, maintain the confidence of our allies, and the respect of our potential adversaries. I'll be delighted to respond to your questions after the Vice President has responded to your questions.
Andrea.
With all due respect to Senator Tower, do you feel that all of the issues that were investigated by the FBI and that have been circulated very publicly and acknowledged by Senator Tower's own staff aides as issues that were investigated?
You're talking about issues or rumors?
Well, I'm talking about subjects that were investigated, that were considered important enough for the FBI to look into. Have all of those issues weakened him in any way? Do they trouble you? Are you satisfied that he is beyond reproach and that this will not in any way hurt his ability to carry forward your policies?
I'm totally satisfied in that regard because the investigation was extensive, and I am totally satisfied in that regard. I believe this matter is now totally concluded. It will satisfy the most inquisitive members of the United States Senate who will take a look at this nomination, and yes, he has not only my full confidence, but it is strengthened, if anything, by the process that has gone through.
Do you think he is at all weakened in his
No,
own status?
I don't think so. I think he's stronger. Anytime you get subjected to a lot of rumors out there and then receive a clean bill of health, why, I think you're stronger.